We have Connie Schrock here today at Greenbush for the math conference. Connie, welcome to Greenbush. It's nice to have you here. Can you tell us a little bit more about, you were our keynote presenter today for the math conference. Can you tell us a little bit about your keynote and then what you were doing here at Greenbush today?
Well, I talked about the curriculum, and I think we get so broad in our curriculum and what we try to do that teachers tend to lose sight of what we really want our students to do. So I talked about the curriculum being deep and rich, and what did that mean, and how can we meet the standards and still give the kids an opportunity to have a rich and deep curriculum. And I tried to give them some ideas and examples of what I meant by that, and what was important not to lose sight of that in the face of all the pressures put on them to perform with the standards.
Sure. And I'm going to throw you kind of a curve here, but something came up when you mentioned that. When you're talking about mathematics instruction, whether we're talking elementary, middle school, or high school, what do you see as some of, a few of the major challenges for a classroom teacher? And then how do they address those challenges with all those parameters put in place of state assessments and all those things? How do they, you know what I'm asking, kind of?
Yeah, I do. I think that if incoming freshmen to college, and that's what I do at Emporia State, is prepare teachers, if they knew what a tough job they were preparing to do, I'm not sure we'd have very many teachers because there's so many demands on them. They get a classroom full of very diverse kids with different backgrounds, different knowledges, and they got to tie it all together and then try to meet the outcomes that the state says are important for these kids. And the key is the teachers want to help students learn, and I believe every teacher wants to do that. I just think sometimes there's so many pressures put on them, they don't know who to respond to. What paperwork do I fill out? Whose needs do I address first? And I think that the teachers need to just boil it down to what do my kids need to know and learn and focus that direction. And if they can help them learn the basic facts, not through time tests,
Sure.
vocabulary, and how to problem solve and make meaning from their mathematics, I think that's the key, because then when they have state assessments they can perform. But I think sometimes we get caught up in a little bitty indicator that says students should do this, and then we drill and drill and drill, and we forget that the big picture is what we got to be looking at.
So that's a good point. It's a good way to put it. Connie, once again, thank you for being here at Greenbush. If the teachers that attended today would like to contact you, how would they do that?
Well, I'm at Emporia State University,
Okay.
and on the handouts I gave them my email, but you could also visit Emporia State's website and find me that way.
Okay. Hey, Connie, thank you for sitting down with us. Thank you for being here at Greenbush and keynoting our math conference.